How's it, aloha? Is your Ankh? Yeah, I sewed dresses too and altered them. Yeah, I'm gonna add a slit to this dress here because it's too tight to walk. It's actually a super simple job. I want to show you a quick how-to, a few minutes in the front and an unedited version. Let's go. Fitness, foodies, and the fabulous absurd. From burpees to Camus, you're never gonna know what you're gonna get from your Ankh, Burpee Yoga Uncle. Alright, I want to show you how to do the whole dress in 5 minutes, and after that the unedited version, so you can see exactly how long it took me to do it. Actually, it's only a few more minutes longer. But the first thing you want to do is turn the dress inside and out, and you want to make sure you put a bobby pin where, you know, how high you want it, right from there. And then from there, you're going to proceed to cut the slit that you want. And how did I learn all this stuff? Back in college, I was a DJ and I was into goth, so there's not many clothes in Hawaii. So I would actually go thrifting a lot and go to like places like Goodwill, pick up clothes that I like, and I would alter them. And that's actually how I learned how to alter clothes. So yeah, I do a lot of stuff that's crazy in my life, but it's all part of experience, right? So this particular person wants a slit to be that high. And again, the higher the slit you got, the easier it is to walk, but the more skin you show. And then also you can cut it as deep as you want or as thin as you want. So this one, I only cut about maybe ½ an inch on both sides, so it's about an inch gap. And then I would cut it. From that point on, you're just gonna go end up start sewing it, right? And it's trial and error, you know, and I'm not the best at this, obviously. I'm a complete hack, but it gets the job done. So make sure you cut it correctly. This material is very stretchy. It's polyester 100%, so it's tough to work with. But what you want to do is you're going to fold it in like that, and you're going to start sewing it. And that's pretty much the whole step, right? So as I show you with a sewing machine, you can do it by hand too, but a sewing machine is much faster. You want to make sure you use the right color threads on the top and bottom. And all you're going to do is align your dress to make sure it's folded inwards. The dress is still inside out. And then you're going to fold it inward and you're going to start sewing. And actually, this is kind of the easy part. The hardest part comes when you flip it over to the other side and you're going to sew over the middle of the dress. I'm going to show you a little bit later. But as you fold it in there, just make sure to be mindful of the material you're working with. Again, I'm working with polyester, which is very stretchy. So you want to like not stretch it as much as possible, because the more you stretch it, when you sew it, it's going to look funny. So what you want to do is just keep it as tension free as you can. And you're going to line it up with a folded slit in there. See how I folded it? I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You can see that it's folded inwards. Again, this dress is inside out. So when you wear it, this folded part is going to be inside the dress, so it doesn't look kind of gross, you know, if you fold it the wrong way. But again, you can always just unstitch it afterwards and redo it again. That's the great thing about clothes editing. Except for the cut, you can always sew. See how it's folded in and I'm stretching it? Actually, not a lot, but make sure that it's sewn in both in and out. And you just keep going in, keep going all the way down, adjust it as you can. Don't stretch a lot. And then once you get to the end, make sure you double switch it toward the end, back and forth. Your sewing machine has a way of doing that. And go to as far end as you can. And then go backwards and just to close the stitch, which I'm doing right now. And then you're done. Now comes the hardest part. Once this part is all done, the hardest part is actually the other side of the dress, because I didn't go over the border, you know, where the two dress part meets. So you're gonna just align it very slowly and fold it in. It's tougher to work on this side, and you're gonna fold it in. You see where the front and the back of the dress meet? That's where the slit part is. You're gonna have to fold it in right here, and then you're gonna make sure you go put it inside the sewing machine's needle. And you're going to slowly proceed to stitch it, right? And this is actually the hardest part of editing the dress or sewing the dress. This part here, and make sure everything's aligned. Again, don't stretch it too much, because this is the polyester dress. And then once you get it aligned correctly, you're just going to proceed to sew it. And this one right there, I got it done right there. I'm going to clamp it. I'm going to slowly proceed to sew it. Slowly, 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 to make sure. There, you see, I'm still editing it. I'm making adjustments, and now it's done. I'm gonna go ahead and proceed to sew the rest of it. See, I'm still adjusting. You'll learn as you go. It's trial and error. If you want to mess with older clothes you have first, before your nice dress, you can work with just older clothes and play with it first, how to make a slit on your pants or whatever. It doesn't really matter what you use, and practice. And then see, I sewed it in there. I'm still editing, make sure that I got a little spot here, and I sew it in. See, I'm going slowly. My foot's the one that's adjusting that needle, whether it's gonna go or not. Now you'll learn, you know, I learned all this by trial and error. Nobody taught me. My mom didn't teach me, obviously, nor my dad. I just kept doing it. In fact, when I first started, I was using needles and threads to do it. But once I got a sewing machine, or my wife got one, I started using it. So yeah, it's cool. And then you just finish it, and that's all you gotta do. And then once you just keep sewing it, and once it's done, you're gonna check it. Yeah, I'm just working on it. Once it's done, you're gonna check it, and then you're gonna just cut out all the extra strings and everything excess to make sure it looks prim and proper without any strings, you know, sticking out. And then that's pretty much it. That's the whole entire video of how I edited the dress to have a slit in there. Just checking, making sure there's no threads coming out. And then you'll see the final result. It's got a little slit here that they can walk with. It's pretty simple. Again, you can make it as high or as short as you want. Just make sure it's as clean as you can. And it's a hack job, but it works. At the end, you know, it's easier to walk than before. And here comes a complete unedited version. Thank you so much. Please hit that like and subscribe.